couple of things that I wanted to check on. Were you able to complete out that modality piece? Were you able to understand those how to create out those modality
Modality which
for
means
the
like
Gemini? Yeah, so we had that you can convert you can create images, you can create out audio text, and you can also analyze the videos, PDFs, all of that stuff.
uh I have not tried Arijit, but I can manage to do that.
Okay,
Which
perfect.
like I have not tried to create that, but I can manage.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So there was one more task that I gave across was to connect out with the different like create out some sort of a tool using those things, like creating out a small agent or tool with the help of
Mhm.
that. Were you able to do that?
Agent part I have not completed.
Okay, got it. No worries. So we will take it up from there. And
Mm.
today I am going to cover out the modalities from the OpenAI perspective so that everyone who is using OpenAI can also get the ideas around it.
Yeah.
And there was a ask that Sai told that he needs not only the modality of the Gemini models but also for the OpenAI because OpenAI is the models that they're using out in office.
Yeah.
Actually.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'll start to cover that. Hi, Naveed.
Hi, Archie. How are
Mm.
you? Okay.
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay. Okay.
Nice to see you back again.
Same, Naveed. So now we are now currently in the middle of our sessions actually. So I will tell you what all we have covered across. So we have started off with the simple prompting techniques. Then we went across to see different sort of AI tools that are available in the market that can help
Right.
to solve the similar solutions. And I
Mm.
have given a complete walkthrough around the Gemini model and
Mm.
how to connect out different data sources. Like if you have different PDF files, if you want to create out image, want to create out any other different aspect of the models that are there. And then we covered across the important concept of tools and the functions as well. I think he left out, right?
Yes, he left out Arijit.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's that's fine. I think.
yeah.
Sorry, the call was a bit disconnected. That's fine. I'm just actually.
Uh, Sorry, Naveed, I'm not able to hear you properly. There is some like voice lag or the internet connectivity is not good at your side. Navid, sorry, I didn't hear you what you said. Navid, you still there?
Mm.
Mm, okay. I'm
Any
not able
better?
to.
Any better, Archie?
I'm not able to hear you properly, Navid. What you were
Okay.
saying actually.
Can you hear me now, or still problem?
Now I'm able to hear. Yeah, please complete. Sure.
Previous lessons, and I just need to look into those. So yeah, do you just carry on, please? I'll catch up with you guys.
Okay, got it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Uh, Okay, so just like the modalities that we have uh, for the Gemini models, Khushbu, we are going to do the same thing with the OpenAI models as well. Okay, now
Okay.
in the OpenAI for the Gemini models, okay, what were the basic sort of modalities that we covered across? So, if you want, I can also walk you through first that, and then we can open it up. Will that be fine?
Uh, yes, Arijit, if it's possible for you to give a brief explanation.
Sure. I will first start with that so that you get an idea around it, and then we will start out the open AI modality as well. Okay. So just give me a minute. I'm just opening that at my end. Okay. Okay. So this was the Gemini's collab that I shared across with you guys. So first of all, we started out with the Google searches, that how to connect out different Google searches and how to extract out a real-time information using the uh, grounding of the Google itself. Okay, that was the first thing.
Arijit, this is the one thing which you have told us to enable into the Gemini models like grounding Google search and then
Correct.
okay. After that only we can connect with the Google searches, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
With the API.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I also told in order to connect the Google solutions with the open source APIs, like open source URLs, if you want to extract out something from a URL
Mm-hmm.
as well, you can also do that. And in order to do that, you had this provide URL context window function. That is again a sort of a tool that can take the URL as an input, and then it can also answer the queries related to that URL itself. Okay. And the important thing over there was that it should not have a login credentials, and it should be an open website that can be used for the data extraction piece. Okay. So that was the other thing that we did. Then I also showed you across if there is a PDF that is available on a certain URL link and you want to extract out some information, how you can do that piece also. So that was also covered over there. Then after covering out all the text pieces, we moved into the image generation. Okay, where we created out an image generation with the help of just the simple text prompts. Then we also walked through the audio sessions as well, where we were able to create out the audio audio output based on the text that the LLM is responding out, and the similar vice versa as well. If you want to create out a from text to audio is done, and similarly from audio to text, you can also do that piece also with the help of this Gemini prompt. And then we also covered across how to create out a schema. Like let's say this is a sort of a schema that you have created out, and if you want the output to be structured enough, then how to use out the structured output solution. So let's say if you want a output in the form of a recipe and its ingredient. Okay, so it model can understand that this is the output you need, and based on that output only it's able to generate out those results specifically. Okay, and you can see over here that all of those things were available, and model was responding in a very structured order when you enabled this feature as well. Okay, so that is nothing, just you just have to enable this response schema, and based on that it was able to generate out those results. Then we went into the YouTube summarizer, where you can give in the YouTube link and it can summarize it out. And then there is a 2.5 Pro thinking model as well that can think through your responses and then give you the understanding. And this is more suitable for those where you have a complex task and you want to develop out some sort of a complex scenario understanding for the model to take a decision or give a better output based on the going on through the context windows itself. Okay, and the last piece that we covered across was how to create out the codes, and for doing those codes, which feature we have to enable, and we covered out those things as well. Okay, and all of this thing had one thing in common, that it had a tool, and that tool's compatibility was developed out based on the user's requirement, and we were able to solve for those results that were expected out. Okay, so any questions in this, Khushbu?
Arijit, I have only one question. Like, suppose we need to extract something from the URL, like URL context-based tools we are developing. If the URL is having some login credentials, like, so how we can get the
Uh,
details?
if the login credentials are available, I think this
Mhm.
any LLM model is not allowed to pull out the information from it. Okay, either you will have to
Mhm.
create out a data scraper, or you will have to connect out with its backend information that is in the form of a database actually.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the only two ways the way which you can connect it out.
Means these modalities will help us only in the no authorizations, URLs or links
Correct.
to get the information.
Right. Okay, so today what we are going to cover across is from the OpenAI model perspective. Okay, and I
Okay.
will cover the concept of modalities in OpenAI, and will I will also create out. I will also walk you through one of the concept that is known as RAG actually. Okay, that is a retrieval augmented generation. That means today when I'm showing you these solutions out, okay, we are just taking up one document at a time. Okay, what in case if you have multiple documents and you want to extract out any of the information from any of those documents itself? Okay, how will you develop such solutions also? So I will also walk you through that today as well. Okay,
Okay.
now, when we talk of the modalities of the OpenAI model, these models also support out the audio generation in audio, it also supports out the audio generation. It also supports out the image generation, and it also supports out you the web scrolling, like the Google searches that you are doing today. You can also do that as well with it, and you can also do like a couple of more things with the AI, OpenAI models that are not available in the Gemini models, but that is some important topics I'm also going to cover out today. Okay, and these models are also able to extract out the informations from the PDF URLs as well, just like I've showed you for the Gemini models also. Okay, now when you use the audio features of this like audio input, okay, this model also works in the similar way here. Okay, now what are the different aspects that is making it different from the model that we were using earlier for the Gemini? Okay, so what first thing you will have to give is a URL of your audio link. Okay, so that means path of the audio can be either be a sort of a what we call that. It can be either a some local storage file, or it can be an open source or a available file as well that you can use across. Okay, then it you will have to convert that into a required format as well. Okay, why that format? So that model can understand what the sort of input it is having. So audio has to be converted out into a format that is UTF-8 or into a base 64 format, so that model can understand what was covered out in the audio feature. Okay, now once you give those things out, there are a couple of things that you can do with this. You can create out a model call, and in that model call first you give out that model which supports out the audio feature. Okay, so GPT-4o audio preview is one such model that supports out your audio as an input, and it can also generate out audio as an output as well. So it supports out both the things, so text to speech, speech to text as well. And with the modality here, you can define that whether you want a text as an input or whether you want a audio as an input. And then the second thing comes over here is like voice. Like it can have like 30 to 35 different voices that it can generate out based on your requirement, and that is something you can refer to your OpenAI documentation as well in order to get those relevant informations. Then the second thing comes over here is the messages, like what is the sort of thing that you're trying to extract out from here. Okay, so in this scenario, I am giving in an input audio, and I'm wanting it you to create out a output in the form of a text. Okay, so you can understand, when you're giving such things, it will be able to understand those messages, and it will be able to give you the responses as well based on that. Okay, so you can see, when I ran this script, it is able to give me the responses, and that response is something I'll show you first. Okay, so what was this audio containing about? This audio was containing about some of this text. Okay, and that means it was able to transcribe that audio, and it was able to converted this into an actual audio as well. Okay, so this is the first thing that it covers across. So let me open the link as well so that you can also hear to that audio.
West. This simple fact has been observed by humans for thousands of years.
Okay, so you have heard to the audio, and you can also uh, hear the subscript transcription it has given out. So it has understood that the recording talks about sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and it mentioned that it is a simple way fact that how humans have observed for thousands of years. So that means what is happening over here is it's able to extract out your uh, audio, convert it out into a simple text, and that is something it's also able to generate out the uh, output for you. That this covers across the audio, like speech to text conversion. Okay, now let's do the reverse part of it, where we are giving it a different aspect, and we will want it to give us an output in the form of a certain displaying certain audio format. Okay, now I'll just run the same model again, and we will see how the response is looking like.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and I will just tap this up, and
Yes, golden retrievers are often considered great family.
so what is the difference that you're able to see in this thing and what was shown above? Any ideas, Khushbu and Navi? Like, what is the difference you are able to see?
Dogs. They are known for their friendly and tolerant attitudes.
Yeah, over to you guys. What is the major difference you see over here? Anything?
Uh, Both, I think. I mean, in this scenario, the last scenario, I think we're passing a text and then audio, correct?
Sorry, Navi, I lost you for a sec.
I think from use case here is basically converting that into the base 64 and then giving that back as a audio.
Correct. But now you can see that it is not what the actual text I have given it out. Okay. I have just given it a text that is a golden retriever, a good family dog. Okay. Here, what it is doing is this question is taken up, and the LLM is understanding what the user is asking for, and then based on that, it is able to generate out the response for you. Okay, and that was not possible over there. It was just understanding what was the audio coming up, and then you were able to get the response what was covered in that audio. But here you are talking to your, actually you are asking a question to your LLM, and then it is responding you in the form of a audio text. So this way, you can also imagine that you can also create out some sort of a contact center solutions for your companies, wherever your team needs certain level of where your company needs to provide in some external customer supports. Okay, and for those such solutions, these are the best way to create out now. And these solutions are actually revolutionizing the BPO environment and the business process support systems as well, because most of the things are now being taken care by the LLMs itself. And you can also go one step further with this, that you can also provide in the responses based on your company's profiling as well. Like you have your own company's some product catalog, your company's policy or something of that sort. You can go through that, and it can go through that, and it can give you the result based on that. So this is the most
Right.
important thing that comes into picture, that how audio and text feature can be combined together with the LLM to create out a better uh, such sort of a better solutions. Okay, so this is the first thing that you should
Abhijit, it is behaving like a chatbot, or like we are just asking the questions and then it is providing the answers for those.
correct. And you can ask any other question. Let's ask a different question now.
Mhm. But we can obviously in this example, I think. Sorry, let me know if you can hear me properly. I think
Yeah.
again it's happening.
Mhm.
In this example, where the previous example we gave it an audio and it's just giving us an output just from that audio, because it's not using LLM is not using its general knowledge basically. But in this one is the other way around. We give it a text. We just said what is a dog, whatever the question is, and then the LLM is asking or giving the information. But we can control that information, right, by grounding and by providing some parameters.
Correct.
Like
That is correct.
control.
Navid, I lost you on the last part. Mm, still
Connect
can't
my
hear you.
satellite.
Still can't hear the last part that you said, Navid.
Okay, that's fine. If you carry on, then I think it's just a problem on my side. So just carry on, please.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, man.
No worries. So, Kushbu, I will ask it a different question now. Okay. Let's see if it is able to answer it or not.
Virat Kohli is a prominent Indian cricketer and one of the best batsmen in the world.
So you can understand that with this, like models can also support out an audio feature for you. Okay, that means you can create out a like text to audio feature for better understanding of the users. Okay, that is the most important thing that I wanted to cover with this solution. Uh, that LLMs can also support out the audio modality as well for you. Okay.
Abhijit, I
Yeah.
have just one last question on the audio-based generations. Like, it is giving us 31 seconds audio in the results.
Right.
So, do we have we limited the answers context, or it's like in the same fashion, like it is giving, because in LLMs we have already seen that to limit the answer we need to adjust our prompts like that wise only.
Correct. Let's try that. Can you tell me in just like 20 words? Okay. Now let's try to see what sort of length it's able to generate out. See?
Virat
Hmm.
Kohli is a legendary Indian cricketer known for his phenomenal batting, leadership, and aggressive playing style.
Now you understand. The better you give your prompt
Yeah,
and the context, and based on that, the output is also controlled out for you.
understood.
Perfect. Okay. So now the next thing comes over here in the OpenAI models is how to connect out such some Google searches as well. Okay. Now, just like you have a Google search in the Gemini for the grounding support, similar to that, you have the similar thing in the OpenAI as well. Okay. Now, in the OpenAI, there is a tool. and you just have to specify what type of tool that you are trying to support out. Okay, so here I have given that I need a web search preview. Okay, that means the model is able to understand that the user is wanting some sort of a web search. Okay, it has to go through website, it has to crawl the data, and then it has to generate out the result. Okay, now when I click over here, and you can also see that it will be able to give me the latest sort of responses on it. Okay, that what I have asked across. Any latest event that comes to your mind, Khushbu and Naveed, that you would like me to ask over here? Any latest thing that comes to your mind, guys? uh, Khushbu?
Hmm. Latest features of AI in automation anywhere.
Tell me about latest features of AI in automation. Anyway, okay, let's ask this same question. Okay, does this sounds right to you?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, now if I change it again to the latest feature of UiPath, let's see it's
Yeah.
able to adjust. Is it able to adjust according to that or not? So you can see that it's also able to adjust according to that as well. Okay, so this is the way you connect your web searches with the OpenAI models. Okay, now, apart from this OpenAI capability, these models have also one other feature as well. That means if you are searching for any specific location as well, okay, let's say you want to do a searches on top of the restaurants that are available over here, okay, and based on that you want to find out what are the restaurants that are available in that area. Okay, will it be able to do that? It will be able to try that what is the user's location, and based on that it's able to find out the most recommended result for that user location itself. Okay, so that is another way of providing a very grounded sort of a result based on the user customer needs as well. Okay, and this is very helpful where you want to restrict and you want to show only those relevant sort of an information that is only needed for that particular person or the user who is interacting with the LLM. Okay, so let's just see what sort of result it generates out. So it says like there are these many restaurants that are available over here, the Lightman and all these stuffs. uh, Perfect. Okay, any questions here, Naveed?
No, all good, I think, from my side.
Perfect. Okay. Uh, so I will just ask the same question now, and I'll ask the same question around the Delhi location. Okay.
Bit of a out of context question, but it's like when we say you know, let's say we build a very small agent, so that agent gets built like that as well, right? So here, obviously, is a very small, specific example we are taking, just the one example. But if we enhance the code into that and give it more and more options here, then it would be able to talk and give us a response in an agent wise as well, right? I mean, if
Correct. Correct.
or I mean, obviously, this is just the very basic we're trying, but
Correct.
if we enhance this and give it more and more option and tools and etc., then we probably will be able to generate a small agent, you know.
Definitely. Now, with this is
Right.
I am teaching all what all capabilities are there, and so that you get
Yeah.
more and more idea how to connect out different sources to it. And with this, yes,
Right.
you can create out any sort of agent today.
Right. Okay.
Got it. Okay, so I have now asked about the location of India. I have asked about the Delhi location, and I have asked that some of the good restaurants around Gurgaon. Now let's see what sort of result it gives me out. Even though sometimes this has a like uh, more latency in responses, but we can also control that over here as well.
Right. Okay. So the instruction where we will be passing the instruction to the LLMs. For example, okay, we ask a question in the parameter we're passing an input area. So that's the question we asking, and then we given some tool. Okay, this is the country you need to look. Don't look everywhere, but just focus on this country, this city, and this region of that city. So we are basically controlling it only for that city by
Correct.
passing these location parameters. But I think we can control a bit further as well. I mean, like depending on what you're building, basically,
Correct.
either it should go online, what type of response you want. You want yes or no response, or you want a response in whatever format you want. So we can control this, Arjit, right?
Yes, and that is all
By
controlled
passing
with
more and more
more
parameters.
and more parameters, and you can also control it with the help of your prompts itself as well. Okay, and you can also restrict it with the
Right.
help of these outputs that you're trying to generate out. Okay, so
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
this is taking a lot of time actually than usual, but that's
Yeah.
totally fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You got something.
yeah, it is able to generate out all the uh, latest locations around it. So since I'm from Gurgaon, I know some of the
Mm,
areas is coming out very good, and it is giving you a complete detailed
mm,
instruction as well. So that is the good part of this solution. So you can also restrict it based on the user profiling as well. But this feature was not available in the Google Gemini model. Okay. Now
right. Okay.
the next thing comes over here is like let's say if you want a good speed over your responses. Okay, you can just control it with the help of context search window. Okay, if you put it as high, it will go into deep searches and then give you the most relevant results and answers like you have seen above. If you put it to low, then the response might be not as good, but the response will be very quick for you. Okay, so this way you can also control it out with the search context size window, like how your responses should be given out. And let me just ask a question again.
I'm a love kicker too much, I think.
Yeah, that comes very
Of course, of course.
people are very fond of it, so I just take examples related to that more.
No, no, exactly. Yeah, why not? Easy to understand.
Yeah, so you can also see that it's able to fetch out all the real like most relevant informations, and it's also able to articulate by itself that I there are different ODI captains for different captains for different formats of the game as well. So this is a good way, and you can also see the level of understanding your model is able to get with the help of text that you have given to it. Okay, so in the web scroller part, first thing you give your just give your tool type. It's able to understand that you are looking for the web searches now, and based on that you can get the most relevant results from it. Similarly to the user location enablement as well, you give the user location, and then based on that it gives you the most relevant results. Okay,
Right.
just a second guys, somebody's on my door. I'll just be back in 1 minute. Just give me a minute.
No, no worries.
Okay, guys, I'm back now. Okay.
Good,
Uh,
good, good. A question then when you back. So, like in here, we are providing a model saying, okay, the type of search you need to do is a web search. You need to go instead of web search. If I provide, let's say my document. Let's take an example of, the Google AI Studio. We give our own contact. We give it like PDF files, or we give it any, like, let's say YouTube video on a one topic. So in here we can provide our own documents. Let's say I give the path of a document here, a PDF document, or any other material around the topic which I want to talk about. So we can provide here, right? And then we instruct that response needs to be from those documents only. So we still can do that as well, right? Instead of web search, we can provide our
th-
own text.
that is what I'm going to cover next over here.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
So yeah, but the good ask question over here is, Navi, if your searches and whenever you are creating some sort of a solution where
Yeah.
you need to interact with the Google searches or actual information that is available on the websites, actually. So for
Right.
those sort of solutions, it is very good. So let's think from a consulting perspective. Okay, as a
Okay.
consultant, you would need a lot of information from your competitors actually that is available in the open web internet solution. Okay, for those sort of solution, this is the best way. Okay, because you can restrict your prompt, you can find out the most relevant information, and you can also get the most good like a actual sort of a results with the limited amount of effort yet you have sent across. So
Right. Nice.
for those sort of a solutions, this is very much recommended to create out such things across.
Mm. Yeah. No, I think you mentioned really good. I think we focus from one mind, which is development mind, yeah, how we develop the solution. I think that's why I was thinking. But if you think from the different mind or different location of your business, like as you said, consultant or competitor or something, whatever you're doing, then yes, you're absolutely right. We need to go in open market and do and see what is happening there, and get the key information of the competitors, where they are, if that kind of environment someone is working. No, you're
Yeah.
right. Yes.
Correct. So there is one more thing that has now come up over the internet as known as a moderation. Okay, when I say moderation, okay, let's say sometimes there are some texts that are put up on the uh, websites, or there are some texts that are being put on the YouTube comments. Okay, and there are some other things as well that are coming very in a very like a different order that should not be available on the internet as well today. Okay, so let's think from one perspective that you have created out a product today, and people are coming onto your product and they are putting in some really bad comments about it. Okay, there is a way that you can also control out those moderation level extent as well. And in order to control that out, OpenAI has also come up with a solution that is known as content moderation. Okay, now what this moderation solution does is it's able to give you the responses and the sort of way. Let me just beautify it. Okay, beautiful. Let me just beautify. I'll just use the beautify source to just show you how.
Right.
So this output that I just picked up from the model, okay, you can see that it is able to give a particular score for each and every category over here. Okay, let's say somebody is putting in some harassment words, some hate words, or hate or violent word, or some minor violations, or some sort of a violation words as well. Okay, so what this model is able to do with today is it's able to understand the uh, it is able to give you a scoring according to the content that you have put over here. Okay, and based on that it can give you a scoring for each and every category. Like let's say harassment word, somebody uses some harass word, you will see that it is having a high score over here. That means the more and more uh, different sort of a hate words the user are trying to put it over on their website, you can also control this with the help of these this API feature that is available with the uh, OpenAI model. So this model is basically that sort of a way so that you can control the sort of a output, control the output of those words which is very uh, bad to be put on any of the websites. Okay, so for
Right.
that this is a very good solution that has been developed by the OpenAI. This can control
Yeah.
your most modulations, it can control out the bad word sentiment, and it can also, you can also take a decision that whether you want to post it over on your website or not, or all of those things can be done by. So this way, this is also one of the feature that has been provided by the OpenAI Studio as well. Okay, so this is a good thing to look into whenever you are developing something from the content moderation or a content manipulation side as well.
Right.
Okay, so any questions here, Khushbu?
Not at my end, Arijit.
Okay, perfect. Okay, anything from your side, Naveed?
No, I mean, I was just thinking on this last point. It's just that if, let's say, for example, if any of the social media they control, I know probably they are going for aggressive approach, but this is just for like a moderate approach. Someone is managing any website or any feedback is coming negative, or so doing the sentiment analysis of the feedback and just providing if there is any like a really bad feedback, then obviously either send it to them to just look at what happened, or if it's a customer service environment, then obviously get somebody to contact the customer what is happening, why they are so angry, if that kind of responses are coming. So I'm guessing we can control at some degree with these with this API.
Yes, and you can get those responses, and based on that, you can take out your own decisions as well. And you have
Right.
taken a
Okay.
very good example, like your customer feedback. Sometimes that customer feedback is very bad, so you can do a case study, like why that customer feedback was wrong, what has happened to him, what
Yeah.
are the things he's finding a challenge. So all of those things can be handled. So that is a very
Yeah.
beautiful use case of using this modulation piece right there.
It is. Yeah. Nice.
Perfect. Okay. Now, apart from that, there are certain areas as well where you are having very complex information as well. Let's say you are extracting out some information from many different sources, and it is finding you very difficult to do some manipulations on that. Okay, or sometimes you are doing a deep data analysis. Okay, and it is very difficult for you to identify what sort of data is coming out, and is taking you a lot of time to do sort of analysis. Okay, so in order to solve for that problem, the OpenAI has a model known as O4 mini and O as well. Model O4 it is known as. Okay, so what is the purpose of that model is it is able to extract out your responses, and it can understand more complex problem statements, and based on that it can give you the sort of a responses as well. So this is another reasoning model that is being supported by the OpenAI space, and you can see it was able to understand, it was able to generate out the code, and it was able to give you the exact way how you can do those things. Okay, so complex problem solving can be done with the help of Open O Mini like O4 mini or the O4 models. Okay, so these models are to be used where you have more complexity of your task actually coming up. Okay, so for those things, these models are very feasible for you. Now we come on to the next solution, that is the open AI PDF formats. Okay, now let's say you have a content that is available on the particular website, and you have some sort of a PDF as well, and you are basically since you are already working, guys are already working on some sort of a web automation. Okay, and in that cases you might find that there are sometimes PDFs that are coming over there. Okay, but it becomes very hard for you guys to understand what is available on those PDFs, and to go through those PDFs, and to solve for the major problem which is coming on inside those PDFs. So in order to solve those problems out, like rather than you being downloading those videos, processing it out, and then providing it to the RPA activity to process that things out, why not you providing just a simple URL PDF to it, and then you ask most relevant questions, or you extract on most of the relevant things from it. Okay, so for those sort of scenarios, these open AI models are very suitable as well. So where it can take your input file as a URL, and then based on that, it can give you the output in the form of a text that is very suitable for your requirement. And you can even imagine this as sometimes you are using sometimes you are using your APIs, or you are using some of the invoices that are available on the third party applications. Okay, and they are extracting those in the form of giving you in the form of URLs. So it is becoming very difficult as an RPA developer, that every time those URL changes, it becomes very difficult for you to extract out the most relevant information from those PDFs. So in order to solve those things out, you can think that from the RPA perspective, you can just scrap that data using the web scraper, and you can just pass in the PDF information to this module, and it can analyze for you, and it can give you the most relevant results out of it. Okay, so this is a way your file URLs can also be supported out in the OpenAI model space as well. Okay, any questions so far, guys? I'm very happy to answer that up for you.
No, all good. I mean, recently I had obviously and a project came through, so which was exactly the same, I think, which we have described here. So we had a PDF, and a PDF was like all type of PDFs. Like with the handwritten, digitally written, and some other ways as well. So yeah, so we have to extract all the information from it basically. So you got like a name, numbers, or whatever it was on there. So we had that project recently. I worked on that. But what we did is, obviously I wasn't aware of this side. Maybe I'm going to test this as well. Actually, is going to work or not, and how far it works. Currently, we are using the AI model in.
UiPath.
No. It's in Power Automate. So
Okay.
we're using So we're using their AI model, which what it does basically extracts all the information from it, and then it puts into a JSON, and then we extract the data from the JSON, and then use it wherever we need to use. So yeah. But I think this is a really practical example. But obviously, I need to test this. How far it will go.
Perfect. Yeah. So these are exactly the scenarios you should be looking for, guys. And once
Yeah.
you find out the most relevant use cases, you will be able to extract out those informations in a very better way. Okay. And the purpose of this session hold together for you is that you understand how AI can be integrated with your RPA current use cases as well, and how these RP and AI combination can become a very good solution for your uh, company's use cases that you're automating today. Okay, and I feel with the help of these AI features, you can see that a lot of more impactful work can be done that was not possible earlier with the help of which was not possible with the help of RPA earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. That's correct. Yeah, because OCR, I think the engines before we were using, when the RPS started a couple of years back, and the OCR has got its own limits, and there are some other cognitive, I think,
Capabilities.
action, yeah, capability as well, and those one not even near to that where these models are going. So obviously we don't get that much information which we need these days. So from the PDF, I tried these all. I've tried OCR, I tried cognitive, but we were not getting there big. So eventually we ended up with the AI model, which is giving us absolutely correct information.
Perfect. That's really nice to see and understand from you, Navi, that these things are actually helping you out in your actual day-to-day
Yep,
activities as well. Okay,
definitely.
perfect. Now, there is another thing that I wanted to cover. I will just give a walkthrough of it, but I will cover it in detail when we connect next on this session. Okay, now till now we have just seen that if the information is available in single PDFs, you can able to extract it out. You can extract out those informations and you can create out the like you can extract out those informations and then you can uh, do all your tasks on top of it. Okay, but what about those scenarios where you have multiple PDFs, okay, and you want to extract out those informations from multiple PDFs or documents of your company, okay? So in order to solve that problem, this is the right way for you. This solution is known as RAG, okay? What is RAG? Retrieval Augmented Generation, okay? Now, retrieval augmented generation basically means that when you extract out the information from different data sources with the help of natural language, uh, with the help of natural language itself, that is known as RAG. Okay, why this RAG is important? First is it helps you extract out information from multiple data things. Okay, second thing, it also helps you to create a repository of a knowledge base as well for you, and all of those things can be done in a single way and that can be maintained out in a single way, and the amount of retrieval of this solution will be much higher than doing a human searches of the information at a particular point of time. Okay, and these solutions can help you find out like where that exact information is available, like in which document it is available today, and which section it is available today, and what is the exact answer that you can get from it. Okay, so we have seen notebook LM, we have seen like a simple sort of a other solutions that I've also showed across over these sessions that I've checked across. All of those things are actually based on the concept known as RAG actually. Okay, so this RAG solution is the most important part of your AI application journey. And once you understand this properly, then the next steps over there will be very easy for you to uh, take it as well. Okay, so this RAG component has two parts. One is retrieval, and other one is the generation. Okay, retrieval means once you have a text coming out from a PDF, okay, you will have to retrieve that information in a certain way that LLM can understand, and you will have to store it in a certain databases, and those databases are known as vector DB over here. Okay, so all your text that you are trying to provide on will be converted into a certain mathematical model where that mathematical model will be a way for the LLMs to understand that what the user is trying to ask, and based on that it is able to generate out the results for you. Okay, so I will be covering this out in the next session with you guys in a detailed order, and by that time I want that you should also guys should try the modality piece that I've covered today, and from there we will dig deep into this solution, and I will show you some other ways of creating such modules in a very quick order without the use of any Python codes as well. Okay, so any questions so far guys for today's session? I will be able to happy to answer you that.
No, Arijit, no questions at my